The music sounded weird. I was like, why does the music sound so weird? It was just a tentacle. Tentacle. Nice mustache that gym leader has. Yeah, Blaine's got a pretty beefy mustache. Oh, good. Raichu's still up front. This worked out perfectly. I'm going to take my path to the right here, just to train up a little bit, just to give Raichu some free experience points, because he's going to have a hard time training up in a cave later. So we're going to take this path to the right here real quick and just beat all the water trainers that we can just Thunderbolt to death real quick. Because it's just free experience. Look at this shit. No! I was like, why not? And then we'll go beat the Gare Bear down. Did I pick up the Amber? The fossil recovery? No. I want to say I know what you're talking about, but I don't, really. If anybody doesn't know, anybody wasn't around for those days. Maybe you weren't even born yet by then, but, when they started leaking Pokemon Gen 2 stuff to the public, like it showed up in magazines, they found Meryl. And the idea, I guess the idea of introducing new Pokemon was weird to them. I don't know if they thought they would get a second game with the same Pokemon or like what was going on, but they ended up landing on the idea of they started calling Meryl Pika Blue. Technically, given if you go by the rumor mill, Meryl was actually the first Alolan form Pokemon ever, being an Alolan Pikachu. It didn't exactly work out that way. Meryl was just its own fucking Pokemon. People just thought it looked so similar to Pikachu, they just started calling it Pika Blue. Until their bitch asses were corrected when the game dropped. Ambers for Aerodactyl? I don't want to run an Aerodactyl this time. I'm disgusted by wimpy people. Shit, I'm wimpy. Alright, good talk, lady. Swimming? I'm lousy at it. Alright, there was not a lot of trainers over here. I think they made that route a lot shorter. It feels like they made that route a lot shorter from Gen 1 to Gen 2. Probably not. Probably just me being paranoid. But road work is finally finished. Now I can go fishing again. I'm all sweaty. Time for a swim. Alright there, pal. Oh, what a convenient place for this to stand up. Alright, I don't feel like surfing back. We're gonna get our flying Pokemon. Alright, let's go kick Blue's ass. Oh yeah, man, I never come here. I always come here like one time and then I forget it exists, but it is a really good place to train up. In the trainer house over there. Yo, champion making, how's it going? Looks like you're on a roll. The gym leader is a guy who battled the champion 3 years ago. He's no pushover. Give it everything you've got. Yeah, thanks for telling me how to beat him, you freaking ninny. I just want to know what old Gary's gonna lead with. All right, we're looking good. This couldn't be any better. I wasn't in the mood at Cinnabar, but now I'm ready to battle you. You're telling me you conquered all the gyms in Johto? And Kanto besides this one. Heh, Johto's gyms must be pretty pathetic then. Classic Blue, man. He's still got a little bit of spite in him in this gym. This is back in the Pokemon games before all your rivals became bitches. Before all your rivals were really your friends. I miss having rivals that piss me off. It's weird to say. First shiny I ever caught was Gyarados in this game. I think it's a lot of people's first shiny because it's a free one. They just kind of, they give it to you, you know? Doesn't really happen anywhere else. Fight Toasty's anger, funny. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I was just saying, dude's angry. Can we kill him with a Thunderbolt, though? can hate Gen 6 then? I mean, it really starts in Gen 3. Because in Gen 3, I don't know if it stays the same in Gen 4 or not, but in Gen 3, and I think onwards, just whatever gender you pick, the other gender is your rival, which is a kind of a weak cop-out, but they do what they have to. They could have still made the other gender a rival. I don't know, it's weird. Pokemon XY has like 6 rivals. Oh, that'll be fun. We're under-leveled for him, like, significantly. So I think we're gonna need this little detour to the Pokemon League a second round. Got to have the emote back. Yeah, good to save him. They only do that for Gen 3 and 4. Ooh, Mind Battle. We might lose this. We shouldn't lose this unless he should. Well, he could have Shadow Ball. If he has Shadow Ball, we might lose this. Unless we get Flinch Hacks. It's unbelievable to me. Alakazam is a really fast Pokemon. Unbelievable to me that Espeon is faster. Gen 5 is on the lower half of my favorite Pokemon games. Take the first 3 gens away. And don't include Sun or Moon either, okay? Actually, yeah, you can leave Sun or Moon in there. What do you guys, as both Twitch chat and YouTube, least favorite Pokemon gens? No counting Gen 1 through 3 because the game fucking changed hard after Gen 3. And wait, Pokemon Sun Moon's been out long enough. You can include Sun Moon. What's your least favorite gen? If you're one of the people who played through all of them. You know what? I probably could have had Diamond Cutter come out in Earthquake Alakazam. His regular defense stat isn't that high. I don't know if Diamond Cutter could have eaten a Psychic, though. I do not accept the answer of Gen 4 being the weakest gen. The worst gen. Gen 4, having Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, which are accepted as some of the best games, and also having the remakes of Gen 2, which are the best games. I don't accept Gen 4 as an answer, but I see your comments. You got a lot of people saying 5. Got a lot of people saying Gen 7 and not looking forward to the Gen 7 sequels. I'm not looking forward to those at all, man. I've given my spiel on that 100 times. I'm not looking forward to those at all. Gen 6 can miss me. 6 was X and Y. A lot of people really hate 6. Because I hear a lot of people didn't like Black and White that much, but Black 2 and White 2 were good. A lot of people talked about how they like Black 2 and White 2. Gen 5 are the worst starters. I mean, to be fair, Gen 2 is my favorite gen, and I'm not a huge fan of Gen 2's final evolutions as far as starters go. Gen 2 probably has some of the best first evolutions to drop. Because like Cyndaquil, Totodile, fucking Chikorita, even their second evolutions look great, you know what I mean? But then their third evolution's all kind of iffy, you know what I mean? I'm not the hugest Typhlosion fan, right? I'm not the hugest, you know, I don't really like the way Feraligatr look. Fire Punch and Flame don't really make a difference. Fire Punch is a little bit harder, but it still doesn't kill, so whatever, as long as it's doing over half. Pokemon X and Y good. I really wanted to play Pokemon X and Y when it came out. I saw Mega Evolutions and I was like, eh? I didn't care for the legendaries too much. But I saw that you could pick a Gen 1 starter when you got further along. And I was like, hell yes! Alright, and since Weep Slayer has already taken care of one, we're gonna let Diamond Cutter handle Arcanine here. X and Y suck. Drakazor using Flame Wheel PogChamp, yeah. This might hurt. If this burns, I'm gonna have to switch out. It might just kill me. We're under-leveled for this. It's not gonna kill me. It might just kill me. If it would have crit, it would have just killed me. This won't kill him. I will have to switch out. Am I ever gonna stream a game Gen 4 and above? Gen 4 and above? Yes, that's the PokeMARATHon. I'm doing Gen 3 after this. Oh my! Taken down with 1 hit! Yeah, that's the plan. It's gonna be a long road, but we will eventually get to Gen 4 and beyond. I have a 360 capture card, or 3DS capture card. and a couple of the games down the list. The only games I haven't bought are Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I might emulate those, because Heart Gold and Soul Silver are expensive as hell. I love that he kept his old sprite. Love that he kept his old sprite here. What? How the heck did I lose to you? Alright, here, take this. It's the Earth badge. X and Y weren't terrible, I just didn't like them much. Now, when you say terrible, do you mean like Sun and Moon terrible? Alright, I was wrong. You're the real deal. You're a good trainer. But I'm gonna beat you someday, don't you forget it. Probably be a Gen 4 next year. Yeah, if I'm lucky. Did I see your tweet asking you to play Glaze? No, Kyle, I must have missed it. Pretty much any ROM, you're gonna have to, like, you want to find Poke Community or something like that. If you type in Poke Community, Pokemon Glaze, there should be a ROM download for Pokemon Glazed, and then after that, you need an emulator, which you could probably find on EMU Paradise. They took down CoolROM.com, because Nintendo's a bunch of shitlords, again. They took down CoolROM.com in a lot of places, so you gotta find, like EMU Paradise, you want to find a Visual Boy Advance, and then you're good to go. I think I might have had to have done some stuff with my Glazed. I might have had to have like patched my Pokemon Glazed or something to get it to work. It was, now that I'm thinking about it, it was kind of complicated, and I don't remember all the details on it. I hated red, blue, and green because of Gen 1ers. If you hated red, blue, and green and not red, blue, and yellow, you're further back than all of us, dude. You were in Japan. I'm gonna level with you. I never actually... Well, I guess probably from X and Y onward. Probably from Pokemon X and Y onward. Maybe even Black and White too. I haven't seen a Gen 1er since like before then. Or since after those came out. You know what I mean? There might have been a couple of Gen 1ers here and there that I had heard of and or talked to and about, but since then, I have literally never seen anyone just be like, Gen 1's still the fucking best, all the other generations suck. You might have a guy who's been like, yeah, I only played the early ones, Gen 1's my favorite, but he's not like sticking his flag in the Pokemon opinion world like, this is how it is. He's just a guy who didn't play all the Pokemon games, and that's how he feels. But I can't remember the last time I saw somebody like, yeah, Gen 1's the best gen, all the other Pokemon gens suck dick, I played them all and they're all fucking shit, Gen 1 still rules. I haven't seen that guy or person in forever. However, all the time, I see people bitching about Gen 1ers. I see people bitching about Gen 1ers. Still to this day, it's frequent. That's just personal experience. I say this not as a Gen 1er. I say this as someone who not a huge fan of Gen 1ers. But I can't hate them when they're not even here. I can, however, hate the constant complaints about a thing that doesn't exist. What? Oh, I gotta talk to Oak. I gotta talk to Oak first. And let's go do that. Let's go talk to Oak. We're in the neighborhood. I was like, he should be letting me up to Mount Silver right now. I have every badge, but... Sorry, Thunder. I'm not mad at you. It just brought up a point I wanted to talk about. If people quit bitching about it, then they might come back. I guess that's one way to look at it. I guess that's what it is. The bitching is just like a shield to keep them from ever returning. It's like all the Gen 1ers are hiding in a cave somewhere, checking their social media constantly, but not, you know, active on social media. They're just looking. And then one day, they're gonna be like, hey, Carl. It's been 3 weeks since someone last complained about Gen 1ers. Do you think it's safe to make our return? And then they'll come back and just fucking blow all over it. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden Gen 1ers just like take over Twitter. And like, Gen 1's the best! All your new generations suck! You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing, Danny? Good to see you, man. I love Gen 1, though. So what we were talking about just now, Danny. I don't know how long you've been here. But, we had somebody in chat saying that they don't like Gen 1 Not because Gen 1's terrible, but just because they hate Gen 1ers. Just people who just say Gen 1's the best and everything else sucks. And I just brought up that I hadn't seen anybody who thinks Gen 1's the best over everything. In a long time. And that's where we were. Got a comment on something. Haven't played since Gen 5 because I don't have a 3DS emulator yet. Yeah, you might just have to buy that one. I can never go back to playing Gen 1. See, I go back to playing Gen 1 all the time. A lot of people, like, I understand why people don't play Gen 1. Like, if you're going to play Gen 1, play Fire Red and Leaf Green. I understand if you're taking that route. No, it's the most important time in my life. Get away from me, Dana. If you're going to go back to play Gen 1, just play Fire Red and Leaf Green. You know, you're probably going to have a better time on that. The thing I like about Gen 1 now, I used to like Gen 1 for nostalgia trips, but the thing I like about Gen 1 now is, like, it's just so stupidly broken. You know what I mean? Like, I just pick up a new broken thing every time I play through it. Shiny, are you? Don't be a shiny. I don't think it's a shiny. I'm pretty sure it's not a shiny, but I'm gonna name him anyway. Pretty sure it's just how Furret's like. What is a Furret doing over here? Some people don't like it because it's not pretty to look at, and that's understandable too. There's a lot of reasons to not be all over Gen 1, and I understand all of them. But to me, there's a charm with how busted it is, and I know a game being broken isn't a good thing, but this was back in the day before online patches, and a lot of people didn't find most of these glitches till way late in the game anyways, when the speedrunners started trying to pick them apart. But, like, I can get fucking Mew. I played through Gen 1, I can pick up a Mew, I can get a Persian, teach it Slash, it will crit almost every time. I grab a Nidoking, teach it Horn Drill, buy a couple X speeds, put an X speed on Nidoking to start the match, or no, X accuracy, put an X accuracy on Nidoking to start the match, and he'll one-hit KO everything with Horn Drill. It's just dumb. There's just a lot of dumb stuff you can do in Gen 1 that I still enjoy, I guess. Yeah, you can get the Gengar. What's the other one? Ivysaur. There's another one. But yeah, you can have a level 100 Gengar 5 minutes into the game. You can have a level 100 Mew by the time you get to Cerulean. I didn't think he was a shiny. Okay, so we're gonna run through the Pokemon League a second time, and then we're gonna beat Red, and then we're gonna be done. Might take a minute to grind after the Pokemon League, depending on what level everybody is. Especially Yellow. Man, Yellow, getting all 3 starters was so freaking cool. It was really difficult to keep them all trained up throughout the whole game, but getting 3 starters in Yellow was so freaking cool. Dug that so much. Just take me to Victory Road. Ah, piss. Okay, never mind. We're gonna go back. We're gonna fly here. We're gonna go back and fly here. Am I gonna do the Mystery Dungeon games? So, I have actually tried to play the Mystery Dungeon games on my own time. On more than one occasion, I've tried to play the Mystery Dungeon games myself. And I just got bored. I would play them for like 2-3 hours, and I'd be like, nah, and then I'd turn it off and never want to turn it back on again. Maybe I didn't give it enough time. I tried on a couple different occasions, but I always start a new file. Maybe I didn't give it enough time, maybe I didn't do my thing, but I was never like, oh, hell yeah, the Mystery Dungeon game. Like, not that I didn't try them, I did. Which versions? The first ones probably. I think I started on the OG. Red Rescue, Blue Rescue, whatever. I don't remember. You'd have to tell me the names of them.